I actually feel horrible for De'Aaron Fox because I know this guy is getting death threats out the wazoo, and that's before the fact that his head's shaped like a peanut. Peanut head aside, it was all fun and games during the series because there was always a chance for him to redeem himself. But after game 5, when he shits the bed again and is kind of the main reason that his team absolutely blows it as the veteran, I actually feel bad now. Like, is there ever a time you guys are kind of hate watching or you're just kind of trolling and, buying into the fact that you're just hating on this guy? It's all fun then, it's Twitter, especially if you're a Twitter person. Like, it's fun to be in that circle. The tweets are hilarious. It's really funny. Now I'm actually scared for the guy. Like, I genuinely feel bad for this guy because you just know this is one of those events that will follow you for the rest of your life. De'Aaron Fox won't be able to walk out in public ever again without someone yelling some BS about this series at him. And that's actually sad. Like, when it comes to the person, this is when I'm starting to feel bad because how do you live again? How do you move forward in a positive mind space after what just went down in that series? And I'm sorry for what I'm about to say next because this isn't going to help any of that. I'm going to have to pile on a little bit because it's just the facts of what happened. The dude was horrible. He was horrendous, especially down the stretch. He came in as the team vet. The guy is supposed to be getting a max contract starting this next year, and he just played the worst you've ever seen. Him, with the fact that Dylan Harper is the best player on the team, and he wasn't being used correctly by the coach, as the coach was trying to protect the feelings of De'Aaron Fox. So it really makes it worse because Mitch Johnson wouldn't just give it up. He wouldn't just accept his fault and say, I messed up. I'm going to play Dylan Harper more. Like, he just couldn't bite the bullet for whatever reason. You could say loyalty. He was trying to look out for his guy and instill confidence. But it's the fucking finals, bro. There's no more time for that. You could see it in Fox's eyes. He did not have the dog, especially late in games, to carry them to the finish line. But yet Mitch Johnson just kept putting him out in the situation to get embarrassed time and time again. It was truly sickening to watch because anyone with 2 working eyes could figure out that De'Aaron Fox wasn't going to make the shit happen. He was not going to close out games. He was not going to be the team vet. And he was not the one that you wanted to trust with the ball in his hand. Every single time the ball was in his hand down the stretch and he was looking to make a play, I was screaming at my TV, yelling, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Pass the ball. Give the ball to anyone else, bro. You are just going to hurt yourself. It's like giving a gun to a little baby and expecting him to figure out something. Like, do you expect him to turn into James Bond? You want that little baby running around waving that shit? He's going to save the day. He's not going to save the day. Take him out of that situation. Put the gun down from that little baby. That's De'Aaron Fox. Mitch Johnson just couldn't do it. So it's his fault equally as much. Mitch Johnson deserves a bulk of the hate. He is the worst coach I have maybe ever seen. And I am a Clippers fan that had to watch Doc Rivers for near half a decade, if not longer. I had to watch Doc Rivers, and I'm saying Mitch Johnson's the worst coach I've ever seen. That is telling. He was horrible. Every adjustment that he can make to fuck the team up, he made. Every decision he can make down the stretch for who's going to have the ball in their hands, he made it incorrectly. Anytime he could call a timeout to stop momentum, he didn't do it. Ever. They won like a 24-point run in Game 4 before he called a timeout. Like, Stephon Castle was having trouble bringing the ball up the court. You could see it. This was right before the game got tied. You could see the momentum just swinging. You could see him not being able to bring the ball up the court. He almost got it stolen like 3 times, and he did not call a timeout. And he turns the ball over, of course. They go down, they tie the game, and it's wraps, bro. It's wraps. You're not going to give up the lead and go take it back after giving up 29 points. It's not going to happen. So, both of them combined mutually destroyed each other. which is the funniest thing because the coach of the Knicks, Mike Brown, got fired from the job on the Kings for saying De'Aaron Fox played like shit. And in turn, now De'Aaron Fox playing like shit made him an NBA champion. I'm going to post a little meme right here that kind of, a little tile down. That's exactly what happened, and that's kind of poetic. But that series was insane, dude. Like, the Spurs were clearly the better team, and that's what makes it so funny. And anyone's saying, no, Knicks won. How are they the better team? I don't know if you're lying to yourself or whatever, but the entirety of the team was better. You don't get a 15-plus point lead 5 games in a row, and you're not the better team. Yes, they were more inexperienced, and obviously they have no clutch gene, and they're made of bitches, unfortunately. Knicks are made with straight dogs, and that's why they won. Because in the NBA, in the playoffs, all that matters are being dogs. Nothing else matters. Are you a dog? Your team's probably going to win. You're going to do good. You're not a dog, you're going to be bad. You're going to lose. And anytime it was crunch time and the real dogs had to show up, Spurs just didn't have them in them. Turned straight to bitch. So, that's just a different skill. It's inexperience. That's being young. But it was just so much like worse than that. Because it was one of those things where you could be like, it was hard to be that bad. You know what I mean? They could have played bad and still won a few of those games. They could have played questionable and won a few of those games. Like, it was like strategic plus 20,000, odds parlay, 200 to 1 parlay, 3,000 events occurring. Like, what's his name from the Marvel Universe? Doctor Strange. It's Doctor Strange hitting this motherfucker and doing we only have one chance out of 4 million of beating Thanos. That was how bad they had to play each game down the stretch to lose. Like, it was a run out of events that almost didn't seem possible. Like, at some point you were just like, one of these shots has to go in, right? Like, one of these times Fox has to make it in. One of these Wemby bullshit threes have to fall, right, to stop the momentum. No. Every time it was a perfect run out of events. Keldon Johnson down the lane, throwing up the most bullshit you've ever seen. It's like, why are you even in the game? Why is Keldon Johnson having to attempt clutch buckets right now? He should be down the tunnel. I don't even want him on the bench. He's infecting the team. And who was sneaking him Philly cheese steaks every game? That dude was gaining 5 pounds every time I saw him step on the floor. So, and as a fat guy, I can make fat jokes, okay? So no one feel bad. What the fuck was he eating every game? Nigga was sneaking off camp to go eat ice cream. Horrible. Yeah, another horrible. Keldon Johnson needs to get off the team too. Just a team, no one was ready besides Dylan Harper, which is just insane because they was the only guy that could save them, and they would not give him the ball down the stretch. Fourth quarter, you're not giving the one guy on your team that has any type of pit bull in him the ball. Consistently. Game 4, he doesn't touch the ball for he didn't shoot a shot for the last 7 minutes. First 7 minutes of fourth quarter or something. This last game, he has 25 points on almost 50% shooting. He is their best player to anyone with eyes. He barely has opportunities to shoot. I don't know basketball. Okay, I've never coached. I've never looked at film. And I was screaming at my TV, please, Dylan Harper pick and roll with the guy that is guarding Jalen Brunson, setting the screen, and put Wemby on the opposite short corner. Please. That's all I was asking for. And I don't know, I think there's 3 minutes left. And I said, I see it. They're doing it. Dylan Harper goes. There's room. There's space for him to work. He hits a fade. He scores. His first points of the fourth quarter. And then the next play, who do I see dribble up the floor? De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox shoots it. What's he do? Prick. Oh, surprising. First play of the game. They get a rebound. They pass it to De'Aaron Fox, their point guard. Yeah, that makes sense. He passes it to Wemby to bring up the floor. This is not Nikola Jokic. What the fuck is Mitch Johnson doing in that locker room? What drugs are you on? I don't know any philosophy about basketball. I know you are stupid. Like brain dumb. Like numbingly dumb. What the fuck? Like, it genuinely makes me angry as a guy who just loves the game because it was that bad. Don't get me wrong, the Knicks deserve to win. They played great team defense. They, like I've said before, they are just made of dogs. OG and Jalen Brunson won that series just off pure grit. Like, pure mindset. Because the first 3 games, he was absolutely locked up. Brunson was locked up. Most of the team sucked. Like, to be honest, Bridges sucked. Cat had first two good games, but he kind of fell off. Like, the bench was okay. Shamet was balling a little bit, but like nothing crazy. Brunson was really shut down for a lot of the beginning of the series. Like, the Spurs would just lose in the most unique ways, and it was hard to watch. It was just hard to watch. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I feel so angry right now. You would think I'm a Spurs fan. I'm not a Spurs fan at all. I was excited for Wemby. I think a lot of people were excited to see Wemby kind of take the league by storm and win his first championship on his first playoff drive ever. It's just kind of hard to not want to root for that. And I feel bad for all the Spurs now because now Wemby is going to be a joke. People are going to be like, he thought he was about to see rainbows and be like the league's baby, be the league's king. Now everyone is going to give him so much shit. His career just had the craziest 180. He went from being the NBA's darling to maybe public enemy number 1 that fast. That's how fast it can turn on you, the narrative. After the Western Conference Finals, I was like, this is so cool. He's showing so much emotion. He's all emotional. He's feeling these emotions. He's showing them. He was a guy who said, I don't want to have to wear the burden of hiding my emotions. And all that seems so cool. And it's still cool to me. I like the fact that he got rid of the nonchalant gimmick and that he was wearing his emotions on his sleeve. Like, I have come to respect that out of anybody because it's really hard to do. It's way easier to just be nonchalant and act like nothing's bothering you. But that's not real most of the time. Like, most of the time people feel emotions. So to just act like nonchalant, nothing phases me. We won, but we got 4 more. Like, no, bro, you won the Western Conference Finals. You're going to the finals. Celebrate that a little bit. Be happy. Hug your teammates. I don't know. Like, I feel like that should be easy. But that's all going to be turned against him now. Him crying, and that's all going to be turned against him. I can see it now. People are going to be hating on him for that. They're going to say, oh, that reaction was actually fucking insane because he thought he won the Lombardi already. He thought he won the championship already. I can't even think of Larry O'Brien. I can't even think of the trophy name. But it sucks that now he's going to become a villain. And he's probably going to wear it really well because he's going to be pissed off because people are going to be giving him shit now 24/7. And it's going to be hard for him to hide his emotions. So I bet he's going to say some shit back to people and it's going to weigh on him. I mean, I hope this isn't something that kind of just messes up his career. I feel like this is something that could be like a real career changer. And obviously it was going to be a career changer anyway, but like a real defining moment of we look back and go, Wemby was set up to be the man. And this just depleted him. It depleted his energy. It depleted his drive. It depleted the whole team's energy. Like, the Spurs now are going to be so dysfunctional. De'Aaron Fox, max contract, coming back from this shit. How do you face him in the locker room? How is anyone going to truly be happy and be like, yeah, we trust Fox down the stretch. Yeah, we trust him to carry us going forward for these next 3 years. and not be kind of lying to themselves. The questions are going to be coming in 24/7 about this situation. They're going to be up until they get to the finals and show success again. These questions are just going to be eating them in every post-game conference, whatever. This is going to be a rough summer for them. And back to my original point, I feel bad for Fox, for the whole team. You just know it's going to be rough. I don't know. That's all I got. I haven't posted a video in a while. Not that anyone cares, or anyone that sees this video has probably never even seen any of my others, but it felt weird just hopping straight into a video that is kind of unrelated and just kind of coming out of the blue and just acting like nothing happened. But I'll touch on that later if anyone cares in a different video. But I just saw the finals and I knew I had to talk about it because it lit something up in me. This was fun to talk about. It was just easy to talk about. And so I was happy to just come on here and share some thoughts about the game. And I hope you guys have a good one. Deuces. Before we leave, last thing I need to add. No one in the world is happier about what just happened than Chet Holmgren. Chet got down on his knees and begged God for Wemby to be embarrassed in the finals, and God answered his prayers. All the Wemby hate, all the Chet hate is being transferred to Wemby in super speed, bro. Everyone is just going to forget about Chet. He is the winner of the NBA Finals. No one is a bigger winner than Chet, because that dude was getting dogged. And now he can go live his summer in Cancun very happily. I don't know what that was. Deuces again.